You know, I miss when hanging out didn't need a plan. Jason would just knock on my door. Not text, not call, just knock. He'd be standing there with his bike like, "You coming or what?" And I'd grab mine and we'd just take off. Didn't even talk about where we were going. We just rode. And honestly, those rides felt huge. Like the whole world existed on those streets. We didn't plan anything. We didn't overthink. We just showed up for each other. Back then, everything felt slower. Not boring, just warmer. Even TV felt different. My mom used to record her favorite shows on those old VHS tapes. She'd sit me down later to re-watch them, and I don't know why, but it felt safe. Like life wasn't running away from us yet. Now everything's fast. Like someone pressed skip on life and forgot to tell me. We used to look at each other. Now it's just screens. We don't even say let's meet up anymore. We send memes. React to a story. Pretend that counts. And yeah, I do it too. Everybody's kind of around but not actually here. It's like everyone's stuck in their own little glowing box, and we just sort of accept it.
Sometimes I think about what would happen if we turned on one of those old games again.
You remember Tekken? Or Super Mario? God, you always beat me at that one. I'd still show up the next day like, alright, best of 3. It wasn't about winning. We weren't trying to look cool. We weren't posting clips anywhere. We were just there, on the floor, talking trash, laughing, existing. You know what's funny? The stuff I miss the most isn't the big moments. It's the little things. Walking home together after school. Kicking rocks on the pavement for no reason. Sitting on the curb, eating cheap candy. Talking about nothing like it was everything. We didn't call it hanging out. We didn't plan it. We just were. And those quiet, nothing special moments, they're the ones burned into my head now. It's weird how the moments that felt so small back then end up feeling the heaviest later. You know what's crazy? Even the streets feel different now. Back then, every corner had a story. That little hill we'd race down like idiots. The corner store where we blew all our coins on candy. Even the broken basketball hoop where none of us could actually play. It all felt alive. Like the whole neighborhood belonged to us. We'd leave the house and just meet up without even saying a word. I still remember those summer evenings when the whole street turned into one big battlefield. We'd split into teams, grab water balloons, hide behind cars like it was a war. Someone always cheated, someone always yelled, and someone always got soaked way too early. And it wasn't quiet back then. It was loud and stupid in the best way. Buckets flying, bikes everywhere, Jason screaming like he was in an action movie. It was chaos, but it was ours. Now when I pass by, it's quiet. Same streets, but it doesn't feel like home anymore. A few months ago, I found this old box on the roof, just covered in dust. Inside were these cassette recordings we made back in school. We had this little band, me and 3 classmates. We thought we were going to be legends. It was mostly us messing up chords and laughing way too much. But man, listening to it again, it felt like opening a door I forgot existed. We didn't record for likes or views. We just recorded because it felt fun. Because we were there. I think about that sometimes. How something so small can hold an entire piece of your life. You know what's strange? It's not just that people changed. I did too. And sometimes I miss that old version of me. The one who didn't overthink everything, who laughed too loud, who thought summer would last forever. I feel like he's still back there, somewhere on that street, throwing water balloons with Jason, yelling like an idiot. And I keep moving further away from him. Not on purpose, just slowly. And what's weird is, I can't even tell you when it all changed. There wasn't a last ride or a goodbye. One day we were kids knocking on doors. The next we were just online, scrolling past each other like strangers. The people I miss the most, they're still here. I can literally see their faces whenever I want. But they're not the same people anymore. And if I'm being honest, neither am I. Sometimes I wonder, if I just disappeared for a bit, would anyone actually notice? Or would I just quietly fall out of their feed? And it's not just them. I disappear too. I go quiet. I pretend I'm fine. I post something dumb so no one worries. The world's so loud now. But loneliness doesn't yell. It's quiet. It just kind of slips in between everything else. But maybe what I miss isn't really gone. Maybe it's just buried under all the noise, under the scrolling, under all the ways we stopped showing up. I can't rewind life like my mom rewound those tapes, but I can show up again. Knock first. Ride first. Stop waiting for someone else to do it. And maybe it won't feel exactly like it did. But maybe it doesn't have to. Maybe it just needs to be real. I miss those days, man. But maybe they're not there to make me sad. Maybe they're just reminders of what actually matters. And that feeling, the real one, I can still find it. Anyway, I'll stop talking now. It just feels kind of nice to say it out loud. If you're still listening, maybe you get it.